Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me on YouTube, welcome. Make sure that you do subscribe. Hit that bell also just down below here, and then that way you will be notified immediately as soon as I upload a new video. Now, if you're joining me through Facebook, if you're through my Facebook page, I will know who you are when you're commenting. But if you are joining me through my regular Facebook, you would have to let StreamYard give StreamYard permission to show your name. If not, just mention who you are, but make sure when you do drop on that you do say hello. I really do appreciate that. So in any event, today, because yesterday I was busy taking a class, I actually went and I took a class with with uh, I actually did a class and it was cookie decorating. And I've been wanting to do this now for the last 3 years. And finally, they opened it up and Lorraine and I got to take a cookie class, decorating class. And oh my goodness, it has started me thinking of so many different things. But in any event, I'm quite excited about it. And I can't wait to make my first cookie recipe. And let's get basically decorating, because honestly, I think this is going to be quite fun. And you can incorporate an awful lot of what the stamping is as well. In any event, thank you to Card Sketch. It's Card Sketch number 126. And this one's going to be one that you could use over and over and over again. I'll show you a couple of little different things that go with it. But honestly, it's kind of a neat sketch, and it does use up some of your scraps and that sort of stuff. So let me just hit on down. Good morning, Catherine. In any event, this is the card sketch. So simple. And I'm going to show you, this is a 4x4 piece of, it's 4x4. So whatever way we decide to put these different layers on will change the whole look of your card as well. So today what I'm going to be using, and I am using the textured Chic. I haven't used this in a while, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It has not only this beautiful designer series paper, but it has this distress gold. And unfortunately, this distress gold is not orderable at this point. Oh, excuse me. I knew I could feel that one coming on. Excuse me. And again, in any event, beautiful all season stamp set that goes with it, and the dies that go with it as well. One of my favorite dies is this textured die that's in there. I didn't use that today, but it definitely could be used for lots of different things. So like I say, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use that suite today. And like I say, this is a card sketch. And so I have a piece, and I didn't score this. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and we are going to score it at 4.25. So I'll just bring in my trimmer, and let's just go ahead, line that up at 4.25 inches, and use the scoring blade. I like to use it a couple of times on there. So, all right. So we're going to fold into the mountain. And the reason we fold into the mountain is because what we've done by basically scoring this is we've broken down your paper fibers, and it makes it easier. And it also gives you that very, very straight edge along there as well. So let's just use our bone folder on there. So regular card base that ends up in 4.25 by 5.5. And then our layer number 1 is going to be 3 pieces of designer series paper that are 4 inches in length, or it could be in any event, in any size. So a lot of people might do this 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, but on this particular sketch, I wanted to do it where it was 1 inch, 3/4 inch, and 2.25 inch. And doesn't that look so pretty together? Oh my goodness, I just love this. So, but to make it so it's really easy to line up, I thought it would be best if we just come in with a piece of basic white, and this happens to be 4 inches by 4 inches. Actually, I think it's just a tiny bit less than 4 inches. I think it's 3 15/16, and that's just so that I don't have this cardstock showing behind. So I'm going to come in, like I say, I could have done it. I wanted it to be kind of not glittery. I wanted it to be quite a bit of metallic on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's just glue this onto here. I'm going to put this metallic up at the top. There we go. And like I say, it's just a tiny bit less than the 4x4. And the reason being, like I said, is I don't want any of that showing behind on here. But we're using it so we've got easy line up on the card. Now, if you decided that what you wanted to do was maybe put this over here, that's fine. Remember to make sure that you do enter into the card sketches. It gives you a chance, if you live in Canada, that you could earn a stamp set. But also, if you live outside of Canada, you can also get a tutorial. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there and see, by doing it that way, and I'll just show you on the back, it's just off by a titch. And that'll just make it so, it just makes it so much easier for placement, that's for sure. So this is just going to go onto the cardstock. And like I say, this cardstock happens to be soft succulent. And this is evening evergreen in there. And this is soft succulent in the gold as well. So we're going to put that up there. But we're going to put this on first to see how it all looks, right? I have a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4 to go on the inside. I have these strips that I'm going to be putting my sentiment on. And then off of these dies, I cut out the leaves. I thought they would be kind of neat and fun to put on there. So I also cut out, and this circle happens to be 2 1/8, and this is cut from the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's going to go right there. Now, what would have been kind of nice on here, I think, might have even been to have a border around it. But this one, it's not getting a border on it. It's not quite as sturdy as this distressed paper isn't as sturdy, say, as gold, but it actually isn't too bad. Put that on there. And then I'm going to go ahead. Is that straight? There we go. Hello, Dolores. I'm so glad that you have caught me live. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to come in with some dimensionals. I've got lots of bits and pieces of these dimensionals, so I think I'll use those today. So I'm going to put those dimensionals on the back there. And you can see with the sketch that's here, it's just a circle here. And then I have another circle on the inside, and I set an image, and that's where I'm going to actually use these leaves. So let's just make sure that we use all these bits of our dimensionals. My favorite of all the leftovers, like the trim and that, are these straight pieces. And I'll show you when we go to put that onto the sentiment on, because it's so nice to be able to use that in there. Whoops, look at that. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on there. Now I'm kind of going in. Normally I would put the dimensionals around and make sure there's one in the middle, because you don't want it dipping. The other day, somebody asked me what this was. This is the brush tip that goes to the to the Take Your Pick tool. That works really well as well. All right, so I just have this going there. And then this is where I thought the leaves could come on here, just like this. And a gold leaf as well. Haven't decided exactly how that's going to go on there, but we'll figure that out as soon as I get the sentiment on. Now with the sentiment, it's just a strip. I didn't give a measurement for the sentiment, but because this has all this gold, we have to emboss. Of course we have to emboss, right? Oh my goodness. Now, I didn't know whether or not if I should have a thinking of you, or maybe even a thanks. I really like this thanks that, while the thinking of you is great on the Seasons of Chic. However, this thanks is huge because these are at 75%. These images on the front of the cover are at 75%. So they're quite big. Just to show you what they look like, is this particular one is like that. So that's why this thanks is just too big there. But I think I'll put this thanks that is from, let me just put this back on here so it's straight. I think I'll use the hand pen thanks. I really like that. Anything is possible is great. Congratulations is another one. You know what? I think maybe I might even do a congratulations on this card. Yeah, I think I will, but I want a bigger congratulations. Nothing like changing my thought midstream, right? But there is a perfect one for congratulations. And that's this one from a grandkid. And the other one is the one that was from that poppy die. What a great congratulations. And it'll be nice because it's bigger on here. So I'll just come in with a block. And oops, losing all my leaves. I just lost those all on the ground. Okay, so I want to make sure that that's straight. And the way that I usually check to make sure it's straight when I'm using Versamark is I come in with my silicone mat, and I'm actually going to stamp that in Memento because I don't want to ink this in a color and then stamp it to see if it's straight. And the reason being for that is because the color could come off in my Versamark. Okay, so I'm just going to line up the bottom and let's see if that's straight, and it isn't. So we'll try that again. And this Versamark rubs off or comes off very easily off of this silicone mat. Just want to see if it's straight. That's straight. Okay, so let's just stamp this congratulations on here. And then we're going to come in with our gold embossing powder. Now, I keep my embossing powder in one of these because I usually have so much of it. Oh, good morning, Marjorie. And then I just take a piece of cardstock, whoops, and dip it in here. I don't like having a spoon in mine because honestly, the static from the spoon picks up and you end up with it all over the place. And then also in this embossing kit, is a brush, and we're going to use the tweezers as well. All right. Just want to make sure I've got that. It's hard to see that. I think I've got that good. And then we'll just come in with our heat tool and just heat that up. It's almost starting. There we go. But see this beautiful, this congratulations is so nice. There we go. Now, one thing, a lot of people have problems with embossing. The one thing to remember about embossing is one, don't overheat it. There's actually a technique that you can use with overheating it. Now, I'm going to put that right across here. So I'm going to cut this part off. I should probably use my trimmer for this. Let's see if, oh, see, I can't get it straight. I'm going to come in with my trimmer and use my trimmer. Just line that up and just, there we go. And then, like I say, you look back at the sketch here, and let's just look back at the sketch. It comes across here. So I'm just going to have that come up to here. And, oh, I said I was going to use these strips, but because I've already got it higher in the middle there, I can't use this strip. So I'm going to come in, and I'm actually going to use the mini black dimensionals. And I'm going to put those along the side here and here. And then that way, it's going to be the same height all the way across. And there and there. So just like this. Oh shoot, that probably should have come in. Now that I'm looking at it, should have cut a little bit closer to that so it looked even. So I know I've got to use my trimmer on that. So I'll use my trimmer. There we go. Not that much. Or maybe just a tiny bit more off. You kind of want to do this before you put the dimensionals on there. There we go. Let's put the dimensionals back on there. There we go. We'll just take these backings off and right across there. Now, what would be really nice on here is we have a new embellishments that basically they're available as of November the 1st, and they're only available while quantities last. However, they would look great on here because they're not brushed like these, but I'm going to use these brushed metallic dots. And I'm just going to, we're going to put these on first. So let's just maybe put one there. Let's see. We'll layer that on there like that. So let's just come in with my glue. Just let that set for a bit. Oops. Oops. And this is going to go onto this one. Oh, there's a lot of glue on there. The beauty of this distressed gold over the gold foil is that glue would have dulled the gold foil. Whoops. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. That's awful. Let me bring in my silicone mat. All right. Let's try that again. I'm going to take some of that glue off of there. I'm going to wipe this glue off of here. Now I've got it all over my fingers. Let's do it that way. And then I think we'll just put this one on top. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. So if you like this, make sure that you do give me the thumbs up. Share my video. That's, like I say, that's a great compliment to me. I'm going to just trim this part off. Just like that. Bring the card back. Let's just put that right on there like so. Or we could have even had it coming down. How would that look? Ooh, that might even be better. Now, if I wanted to, I could put some ribbon on here. Don't know how the ribbon would look. Let me just bring in the ribbon that I would use. I would use this beautiful gold metallic ribbon. So let's just see if it'll look. I don't know how it'll look, so we'll try that. Ugh, I got glue on my fingers, so. So the key with your bows, like I say over and over again, is to make sure you get them good and tight. There, do we want a bow on there? No, I can use this bow somewhere else, that's for sure. So let me know what you think, if you think I should put the bow on there. Oh, it's too bad that I'd done it that way. That would have looked okay there with congratulations over there. That might be just a little bit too much. But I will go in with these gold dots here. What would have looked okay? Let's see. Let me try one more thing. You like the bow, but I don't know where I can get that bow so that it looks okay. Maybe it's just too big of a bow. Maybe I could just tie it in a knot and then put it on. Let's try that. Yeah, that should look okay. I think that would be better with it just there. Yeah, that'll work. The big bow is just too big. If I'd had the congratulations over there, it would have been okay. We'll just come in with glue dot. Oops, put this on there. Let's see. There, we'll just put that and cover up that top there. That'll work good there. And then let's come in and put our gems on there as well. So, 2. Let's put another one right. Well, we could put one here. This one looks lonely up there. It's kind of bottom heavy, but I think it'll be okay. Now, I have 2 options that I could do for the inside of the card. Basically, I have this piece that's left over. I could glue that on there. That would be kind of cool on there. Or I could have gone and I could stamp this image. Now, if I did stamp this image, I would stamp it with the evening evergreen. So let me come in there and I can put the stamped image on there. This actually turned out better than what I envisioned it to look like. Now this is a photopolymer. I'm going to see if I can do that without any halo. There we go. Wow, I love this stamped leaf in there. So at this point, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. It could be something like that. Or you could do, like I say, the thank you on there. Just like that. Like I say, thank you would be really pretty on there as well. So there's my card sketch. I'll come back in with my card sketch. So there it is. So the pieces there are the regular cardstock. Then there's a piece that's 1 inch by 4 inch. This is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inch, and this is 2 1/4 by 4 inch. And so that measures 4 by 4. Remember to put the plate down below because that gives you easy lineup of this of how to do this. This circle is a 2 1/8 inch circle from this stylish shapes, and honestly I think it looks better. I did discuss earlier about putting a layer on there, but I think that's better not having a layer on there, and then the sentiment layer. And then when I say an image there, there's an image. So this is card sketch number 126. Don't forget to enter into the sketch challenge. And then that way, by entering into the sketch challenge, you could have your name drawn for either stamp set if you live in Canada, or a tutorial if you live outside of Canada, because I cannot give those away. But thank you. So like I say, yeah, I'm pleased with the way that actually turned out. It turned out better than what I thought it was. Originally, I was going to put another layer around there, but I didn't like it. It just wasn't, it took up too much real estate is actually what it did on the card. So in any event, thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to join me tomorrow at 11 o'clock Pacific time. I'll be doing something that is taking over my online class. So I'll be teaching either a fancy fold, or I'll be teaching you how to make a project. And that's what I do on Mondays now. And yeah, so I'm hoping that it's going to turn out as I plan. In any event, have a great Sunday. It's a beautiful day out there. It is in British Columbia anyways. But remember to create, because it's great for the soul. So have a great day. Bye for now.